Hi everyone, my name is Taylor Barger, and I'm going to be talking about my leadership interview with Amanda Barger, who is a middle school English teacher in San Diego. She works at a Title I school with a lot of underprivileged students, and most of them are English language learners. The thing that stood out to me the most about Amanda is how she leads with consistency, empathy, and quiet strength. She doesn't raise her voice or use authority. She just acts as someone that her students can trust every single day coming into class. I'm going to be talking about the main takeaways from her leadership journey and connecting them to leadership theories that we've learned in class, including transformational leadership, LMX theory, cultural competence, and credibility. So the first thing that I asked Amanda was about her journey into teaching, and she actually didn't start in education. She was a wedding and event planner for over 20 years. And when the pandemic hit, after raising four kids and moving from Costa Rica to California, she decided to go back to school and live out her dream of becoming a teacher. So she got her master's degree in education and started teaching in her 40s. And that shift really reminded me of transformational leadership from chapter 4, since her leadership wasn't about changing others, it was about changing her life to make a difference and to do something meaningful. I also asked her about a time that she felt that she failed as a leader, and she told me about a time that she lost her patience with some students and felt like she broke the trust that she had created and built with them. And instead of ignoring it, she apologized directly to them and addressed it to the whole class. And that experience showed me how much credibility matters, especially the kind where we talked about in chapter 6, character and trustworthiness. Since she didn't act like she was perfect, she actually showed her students that being a leader means owning your mistakes and rebuilding that respect that you once had. We also talked about a lot about cultural competence. Amanda works with a lot of students from all over the world, and she goes out of her way to make every student feel seen. She adapts her lessons, celebrates holidays from different cultures, and even changes classroom incentives from candy to other rewards during Ramadan so those who celebrate it don't feel left out during that time. And she also uses closed captioning in multiple languages and scaffolds assignments to help English learners participate fully. And she's meeting students where they are, which is a huge part of functional leadership in chapter 7. One of the most memorable things she shared was how she advocated for a student with behavioral issues who wanted to walk at promotion, but there were a lot of staff members that didn't want him to walk. So she wrote a letter to the principal and stood her ground, even though it was her first year teaching, and she was nervous to stand up against everyone. She thought that he deserved to walk, so she did it anyways. And he ended up getting to walk at graduation, and his younger brother, who was also struggling in school, started turning things around too. And this shows servant leadership and moral courage, speaking up when it's hard because it's the right thing to do. Amanda says that she doesn't always jump into every conflict now, but when she does, she knows why and it's for a good reason. When I ask her how she stays motivated during the tough times, like right before breaks or during burnout season, she said it's her students to get her through it. She said many of them are facing food insecurity, homelessness, or trauma, and school is the only place that they feel safe. And this reminded me of what we read about servant leaders in chapter 7, which are leaders who put others' needs before their own. And finally, I asked Amanda what advice she'd give someone just starting out, and she said, never stop learning, stay open to feedback, and find balance. Leadership is about being kind, being confident, and taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. So overall, Amanda's leadership is a powerful mix of credibility, cultural competence, emotional intelligence, and service. She lives out the theories from our textbook every day, but more importantly, she makes a real difference in the lives of her students. As someone who's going to business and marketing, I want to take those same lessons with me because no matter what field you're in, leadership is about connection, empathy, and consistency. Thank you.